All right, looks like we're live. I just want to check Facebook and make sure we're good. Okay, we are all set on Facebook, so we can go ahead and get started. All right, well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jamie Chavez. I'm the President and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce, and I am spending a little bit of time today. I did a lot of these last week on Friday, but a few more today, speaking with candidates for the upcoming election. Each candidate that I'm speaking with today has a direct impact on Westminster, whether at the county or state level. So I am pleased to introduce Jefferson County Commissioner Andy Kerr, who is running again for District 2. And since we only have 10 minutes with each candidate today, we'll dive right in and give them as much time as possible so that he can share his thoughts and plans with you. So Commissioner, would you please introduce yourself and tell us why you are running again?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jamie, and thank you for setting up this opportunity. I think it's so important for the two-way communication between constituents and their elected officials, and that people can make good choices on their ballots. So I really appreciate this opportunity. So my name is Andy Kerr. I'm the current County Commissioner for District 2, which on the map right behind me is, I'll go that way. It's the yellow district on the Jeffco map right behind me. Now, even though your three commissioners, a particular district, we all run countywide, and we really do represent all of the people in Jefferson County, not just our particular district. But I am the commissioner from District 2 and running for re-election. This is my second time to run for county commissioner. I do have experience in elected office. I have served in the legislature. I served in the state house for 3 terms, and I served in the state senate for 2 terms. So pretty experienced at policy and working with all sorts of folks in different ways. A lot of you that already know me know that I grew up here in Jefferson County. I graduated from Green Mountain High School. My wife graduated from Arvada High School. Our 3 kids grew up going to Jeffco Public Schools, and our 3rd generation Jeffconians on my wife's side. So we're definitely a Jeffco family through and through. I went to the University of Colorado, go Buffs, and I had a awesome career as a middle school social studies teacher, mostly teaching middle school for Jeffco Public Schools. Taught at Dunston Middle School. I taught at Jeffco Virtual Academy, and I did some curriculum work with Jeffco schools as well. So again, as Jeffco through and through is you can get. And you know, one reason why both my wife and I, growing up here, raising our family here, working and living and playing in Jefferson County, it's a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. And I want to make sure that it remains a great place to live, work, and play for my kids and their kids someday, and everyone who does live here now, and everyone who will live here in Jeffco in the future. Those of you that have followed my legislative career and into the county commission know that the environment, clean air and water, making sure that we're addressing the negative effects of the climate change situation, those are some of my key pieces, because it affects everything. It affects our businesses, it affects our government services, it affects the jobs we have and our living situation. Just an example of that is Jefferson County is one of the top places and so wildfire mitigation is important, not just from property and life risk, but also the fact that insurance rates are impacted by how much people are at risk from disasters like fires and floods. And so that's been a key thing, is to make sure that we're addressing those risks as much as we can, minimizing those risks, and hopefully making sure that people are able to insure their homes and are served in those ways. Also want to make sure that our human services are robust and able to take care of folks who need a helping hand. Most people, statistically, most people in their lives have a point in their lives where they need a helping hand, and want to make sure that we're able to do that, help people get on their feet and go back to being great, productive members of our community. So with that, I'm again running for re-election for County Commissioner District 2, and I would ask for your vote.
Awesome, great. I have a few questions for you while we've got some time. You've mentioned a few things already, but if there's anything else you'd like to add, what do you believe are the most pressing issues facing our community, and how do you plan to address them?
Yeah, absolutely. Because of the way the state constitution is written, and decisions by previous county commissioners, we're at a pretty tight budget situation. And I think that's the number one thing. As I mentioned, the county government, not a lot of people know that, there are things like open space. And you can see that in the other map behind me here, all of the incredible open space that we have throughout Jefferson County, and our open space, our parks and conservation folks work closely with our municipalities and their parks and rec departments as well, to make sure that everyone in Jefferson County can live near open space and have access to that. Those are examples of things, of services that are provided that are at risk if we don't address our budget challenges. The fact that our sheriff will be facing cuts, the sheriff's department, if we don't address these budget challenges. So again, my experience in the state legislature, my experience already being a county commissioner, gives me the ability to really look at these, weigh and balance where cuts as robust as possible, but also making sure that we are balancing our budget, which we need to do.
Great, thank you for that. My next question is, how do you plan to engage with local businesses and the chambers of commerce to foster economic growth?
Yeah, well, as a Jeffco commissioner, I'm on the board of the Jeffco Economic Development Corp. We support the EDC and interact with it quite often. I think it's important to our human services. Some of the services they provide are around workforce development and training for and support for small businesses. So I think those are all things that are important as a commissioner to engage in and make sure that we're having that conversation. And another thing, it's a little bit less official, but I make a really strong point of being a good local community member, meaning that when we go out to eat, we go out to locally owned restaurants. We try and shop the small locally owned stores as much as possible. And we really try, make sure that we are doing some staycations where we're spending our money here in Jefferson County to really make sure our community, that we're supporting our community. I think that's so important. And then talking about that, in encouraging our neighbors, encouraging our friends, encouraging our other community members to do the same.
Great, awesome. Well, we have just a couple seconds left, but is there anything else that you would like for the viewers and the voters to know? Or
Yeah,
you want to refer people to your website?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're at Kerr for Jeffco, KERRFOR, Jeffco, and encourage folks to go take a look at it. I know most people have their ballots already. The important thing, I know so many people that I've had great conversations with, discussions, sometimes robust question or conversations. We don't always agree, but folks know that I'm here to listen, that I'm here, that my heart is here in Jefferson County, and I want to make sure that it's a great place for my kids, not just to grow up, but to raise their families as well. And when I'm thinking about my family, I'm also thinking about your family. So with that, I'm Andy Kerr, and I would appreciate your vote for Jeffco Commissioner District 2.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for everybody who tuned in, and I hope you have a good rest of your week.
Great. Thanks, Jamie. Really appreciate it.